bit of an excessive bulky spot here, so I'm just going to use my blade to bring it down to size versus using the handpiece, or it's going to take me all day. And a little bit here too. So back on the handpiece. And realistically now, I'm trying to give it an ideal shape, because sometimes you might have a bit of an overextension here and there, but you want to give it an ideal shape as if it was a finished product. And all I'm going to do next is introduce a very fine layer of low viscosity PVS material, either light or extra light, to capture a lot of the tissue detail. So that way, when I end up pouring my model, I'm going to get a very nice roll and a very nice land area. Right here, the little extra spot, little pressure spot, I'm going to remove it. Not terribly too much. And work my way here to the buccal shelf, which I think is a little bit overextended, so I'm just going to use whatever is around here to give me a little guide in terms of the thickness. So this is an alternative in border molding technique to use. It's somewhat faster once you get comfortable with it. The problem is this: if you don't get your final impression right the first time, you're gonna have to peel all this stuff off, because whatever you're adding to it will adhere to it. So that's the chance you're taking. Whereas if you're using compound, if your final impression doesn't work out, it's not a big problem. You can just peel it off and do it again, and you still have your border molding intact. If I don't get this right the first time, I'm peeling everything off. So, word of caution. I think for most of you that are in the second year, you're not going to be doing this technique. You're going to be using the compound technique. And as you're working your way through your skill levels, you will get a chance to utilize this technique. And hopefully, your final impression technique will be adequate by the time you start using this, because you really don't want to go back and do this again. It almost feels like a waste of time. You're going to get frustrated, the patient is going to get frustrated, and it's not comfortable for anybody. Okay, so a little more reduction of this lingual undercut here. Not too much, and a little bit here too. So that looks pretty good there. So we have a nice S-curve here and here, and here you can see there's a bit of an undercut on both sides. There and there. So I'm just going to rinse that off very quickly.